Hello, this is Victor. I'm here with a new paint and talk, and this time I want to talk about a topic that looks quite weird at the beginning, but it's curious that it's creating sometimes so much controversy, and is female in general in the Warhammer 40k world, and the need of or non need of female space marine. So first of all, let's review the different races. So I will say that of the main races we have in 40k, there are some races that it does not matter if it's a female or male. If we talk about Necrons, these are things, right? Are robots, so they can be males or females. They don't have sex, so in principle they can be any of the two or none of them, right? If we go to Tyranids, I will say the same. Okay, we don't know how to distinguish a female, and at the end they are not sexualized, so they don't have sex. The Tyranids, because they come from the swarm, the big entity, and they are created, so they are really like a genetic evolution, and they don't reproduce in the normal way. They reproduce by a weird genetic engineering that is controlled by the swarm mind, right? Orcs, they don't have sex neither. So, and this is the point. Some people say, yeah, but they look like man. Okay, if they don't need sexual organs, if you have a race that does not need sexual organs because they don't reproduce by the sex, okay, a man and a female will look the same. Because especially, for example, why they need breast if they don't do breastfeeding. So if genetically they don't need the breastfeeding, they will not have breast, okay? And we have a lot of examples in our world. So the birds have not breast, okay? The fishes have not breast, okay? Only the mammals have breast because they are the only animals that have breastfeeding. And if even we look at the mammals, okay, there is very different shapes for the breast. The dogs have completely different shape than the humans. Even the monkeys, the breast of the monkeys does not look like the same as the human. So the morphology can change a lot. So why we expect that the female orc, if that exists, will look like a female human? It can be that yeah, and top they are asexual because they are reproduced by fungus. Okay, this goes also on the, we'll say this have to go also to the Tau. So we don't know, I don't think there is any study about what is the morphology of the Tau and if they do breastfeeding. Okay, they can be that they have evolved from a different way, and how, and if they do breastfeeding, what is the morphology of the breast? So it can be completely different than the one from the humans. So what I want to write here is that in all the alien races, we don't know if they are male, female, or asexual. So all this concept, it makes no sense. So if it's your army, put the sex that you want. It seems that the elder, okay, in general, have a morphology very similar to the humans. Okay, so they looks like that they have breastfeeding, and they have a lot of similarities with the humans. So and then we see that it's a society where the men and female have the same value. So they have, maybe they follow different paths, but at the end both are very important, and they can both take higher positions in the community. Okay, so but let's go to the humans. So in the human empire, we have seen we have, I have to say, most of the miniatures, if we look at the miniatures, most of them are more male than female. Although we have two armies that are only female. This explicitly that they are only female. We have the Sisters of Silence, that they only can be female, and we have the Sisters of Battle, or Adeptus Sororitas, that only can be female. Okay? And then we have the controversy. So, and nobody, and here is the thing that is, for me, it's very interesting. No, I have not seen nobody complaining why they are not Sisters of Battle male. I have not seen this complaint, never in my life. But I see the complaint that why they are not Space Marine female. Okay, and this is very curious. It's completely, I will say, it's a symmetrical approach. No, it's completely different. So why you complain because they are not female space marines, but you don't complain because they are not male sisters of battle? That can be like monks. Okay, so this is quite curious for me, and I think it's good to think why that happens. But the other thing I will think, according to the fluff, how the space marines are made, they are starting from a male, and all the genetic is based on the male DNA. Okay, so let's suppose that for any concept or for any reason, and it's up to you because at the end it's your army, you decide that they are female space marines. Okay, that your army is a female space marine. Well, nobody will stop you from doing that. Somebody will tell you why you do that. Somebody maybe will think that it's not a good idea. But it's like someone comes and say, I want to make a male sisters of battle, a male adeptus sororitas, and I will call them the monks of the empire. Okay, I will call them. I will follow the codex of the sisters of battle, but I will create a order of monks that they go in server armor. They are not space marines because they are not being genetically adapted, but they are badass like the sisters of battle. Or why not to create a sisters of silent male? So I think nobody have you have the right. Let's go back to the space marines, and now we suppose that you have your female space marines. I was thinking how they will look like, because the space marines are highly genetically and highly modified humans. They are not humans anymore. Okay, and there are 2 points that are very important on the space marines that are they don't need. They don't need sex because they don't do sex. They don't need to reproduce. Space marines don't reproduce, so they don't need sexual organs, and they don't need to do breastfeeding. You can imagine a space marine doing breastfeeding, so they don't need breast. Okay. And on top, all the musculature and all the morphology is overdimensioned. So they overdimension the bone system, skeleton. They overdimension the muscles, and they make redundancy on organs. So I was wondering, the first thing that they will do if they have female in the chapter is remove the breast. Why they will have breast? It's not useful. They are designed to kill. They are designed to make the war. They are not designed to breastfeeding. They are not designed to integrate in the society even. They are not designed even to look like humans. They are designed to be like superhumans that are about 3 meters tall or 2 point something meters tall. So they are really high humans that are overdeveloped in terms of muscles, in terms of skeleton. So if you think a female marine, I think at the end will look like a male. Okay, and we have to think that they will be saturated. She will be saturated of hormones. Okay, they will put hormones to really enhance all the development of the muscles. They will do chemical cocktails, hormone cocktails. They will create a lot of really genetical changes. They will create, you can imagine. So this is really a complete change of the morphology of your body. So you are not anymore the same person that you used to be before. So there is no reason for you to keep the breast, and there is no reason for the doctors to keep the breast of these people. So they, and if you look how a space marine looks like, does not have a torso that is looking like a human. They will not have even the shape. Okay, why they will keep a tight waist? They will really build up all the musculature. So, and the other thing I really encourage you is look. I will say the people in the world today that can be closer, and they are not even closer, but if you think about that, the people that can be closer today in our society to a space marine can be the culturist. I guess the space marine is over hormonized and overdeveloped culturist, okay? Where the muscles are everything and there is nothing else apart of your muscles and your musculature, and you are a killing machine. And you don't train to swell your muscles, you are modified, so you are really your morphology is completely. So if you look at culturist or people that is really and have not go through surgery, normally if you see when the muscles start developing, the body looks, and the male and the female looks pretty similar. They are not that different in morphology, okay? So it's important, especially if the woman start taking some male hormones, then these differences start going thinner and thinner, okay? Then, of course, they can operate themselves and put breasts and all this type of, all depends, but I mean, if you bring this to the extreme, okay, if you think like, don't think like the society of today, so think like how person that wants to do genetic engineering, how a person that just is thinking to create a war machine, how it's called this entity that it's the only objective is to be the best on the battlefield, why will add breast to this question? They are the 40K humanity, the space marines are not designed to look nice. They are designed to look scary. They are designed to be intimidating. So they are designed really to cause fear to your enemies, and they are designed to cause even fear to your own troops. So the troops will never, raise a finger against the space marine. So it really, so then if you think if you put all this in perspective, I will say you can do your female chapter, but I'm pretty sure this woman, these females will end up looking as another space marine. I will say they even will have short hair. Why they need long hair? Long hair is not helping on the battle. Yeah, you have the space wolves that they like a lot the ornaments, unless they are the long hair chapter. But most of them, why they will create it's what I mean is they are, they have their own baroque and their own culture, but the main purpose of a space marine and the main mentality the space marine even have is to intimidate and to kill the enemy. They just lie. The entire purpose of their existence is to fight. So, and this is why I say, if you want, I will never say anything. So if you want to do breast, nice looking space marine female, it's up to you. It's your miniatures and it's your hobby, and everybody's free to do what they want. But yeah, if you look really what is the purpose of a space marine, you have to create a new one, because this is not the purpose of why the space marines were designed or were created. The Emperor was not thinking to have a nice looking space marine when they created the space marine. The Emperor was thinking to make killing machines. He was thinking to do something that it's really intimidating, an over-dimensioned human that can do things that a normal human cannot do. And when you start adding all these organs, all these modifications on the morphology of human to get a space marine, remember that most of the candidates will die because of the changes they have to support. Okay, once you add all this to the equation, then you realize that a female space marine and a male space marine will look almost the same. And that's all what I want to talk. Please let me know in your comments below if I'm wrong or not on that, and if you would like to see woman space marine on. It's really interesting because it's first, if you would like to see woman space marines, if you think that is something interesting or not. Second, how you imagine this woman space marine in case they exist. And my third question is, and why not male sisters of battle, to say in a way, why not we'll say the order of the emperor followers that are like the Sisters of Battle, but in male, that instead of being all female, they are a mixture, or they are all male. So yeah, leave it in the comments below. Let me know what do you think. Really looking, and it's not a criticism. I'm not against having woman female or a woman or male. I don't. The other thing is curious is that they think that you need woman space marines to feel better represented, but you already have more and more women, and in also in Age of Sigmar and in 40k. Looks no, the Daughters of Cain is going to be all another woman army. So we have, I will think that the female side of the wargaming in terms of miniatures is increasing. So I don't think the problem, will be my last point maybe, I don't think the problem the woman don't play is because there are not enough female miniatures. I don't think this is the problem. I don't think the woman is not playing, there is not too many women because there are not enough female miniatures. I think this is completely bullshit from my point of view. I don't ask to have Spaniards to play the game, right? I don't need to feel represented. If you need to feel represented, then why we have Necrons? Nobody will feel represented by Necrons, okay? They are not Necrons in the real life, so why you need to feel represented on that case, right? So what I mean is, if we have not too many women, I don't think this is the miniatures are the problem, and I don't think because we have more women as miniatures, we will have more female playing the game. And most of the times I realize that the ones that are asking for female miniatures are not even the woman, not even the women, are a lot of time the same male people that they would like to paint something different or have some cool female looking warriors. So yeah, that's all my point of view. So I think, yeah, according to the fluff, normally female space marines are not existing, but in case they will exist, my conclusion is that they will look like equal than the male. They will be so modified, so yeah, the morphology will be so changed that at the end, to be efficient, to be as efficient as the male, they will end up having the same shape, the same type of body, and the same looking. So that's all. As again, repeat the questions. Do you think it's good to have? Will you like to see female space marine in 40k? How you imagine, in case there is female, how you imagine them, and yeah, why do you think there is from time to time? I don't will say people, but sometimes we hear rumors of people complain that there is not female space marines, but I never have seen the complaint that why they are not the equivalent to the male of the Sisters of Battle. So that's all for now. Please let me know what do you think. I hope you find this topic interesting, and as usual, thanks a lot for watching, and see you again later. Bye.